I mean, 230 pounds, 4% body fat. No, dog, I don't remember you.
That's former NFL player Steve Smith Sr. behind the microphone.
A lot about your story also, too, but...
In his podcast, Cut to It, Smith and co-host Gerard Littlejohn interview athletes and entertainers, getting to know the private person behind the public persona.
You know, on the podcast, we really just, I try to ask questions and talk to the guests about who they are as a human being, as a parent, as a father, as a mother, as a businesswoman, businessman, just all encompassing, a real holistic look at the athlete, at the individual.
Smith's podcast is a client of the Queen City Podcast Network, a group of about 30 local contributors producing fresh content every week. Steve, what made you decide to start a podcast? It's a lot of work.
Yes, it is, and I have a great team. I have a lot of people around me that are assisting me, and really the question is, what do we want to be? And we want to be a podcast that really emphasizes the individuals in the jersey, male and female.
A podcast is a series of digital audio files you can download from the internet, and the Queen City Podcast Network is the first of its kind in the country to operate as a business.
Commercial radio in particular has kind of turned its back on local, and we're kind of embracing that. And I think, we're providing a service, whether it's, news and current events or comedy or food or whatever it is, that people in a local environment need to hear.
National radio personality and podcaster Sherry Lynch hosts and distributes 3 podcasts from a home studio in Charlotte through her own company, Now Media.
One of the perks of working from home. In the content space, in the content creator space, women are doing incredible work.
Lynch started podcasting in 2006.
Back in 2006, podcasts were called RSS feeds, if anybody had a name for them at all, and it was super fringy. And it was so fringy that this was before Apple began digitally encoding those podcasts to put them into iTunes. I mean, it was just the frontier. It was the Wild West. Podcasting is just the newest version of the ancient human impulse, tell me a story. That's all podcasting is. It's this moment's response to tell me a story. So it's very democratic. The barrier to entry to have a podcast is very, very low.
In 2020, Charlotte virtually hosted its first podcast festival. 14,000 people registered. So what makes podcasting such a thing in Charlotte?
Charlotte is very tech savvy, I think. I think that's got a lot to do with it. I think there are a lot of people here who have something to say and who want to be heard. And here in Charlotte, there's been a very distinct effort to kind of bring podcasters together.
You may be thinking, I want to start my own podcast, but what does it take? It turns out it takes a good idea and a good microphone.
Well, here's the great news for people that would like to get into podcasting. The gear that you need to produce a really high quality product is very, very cheap. Again, super democratic.
You can get a relatively inexpensive microphone, a USB microphone that just plugs into your laptop, and literally maybe $50 later, you're ready to go.
You need a story to tell. You need to know who you're telling it to and why you're telling it. And if you have all of that, you're on your way to being a podcaster.
It's easy to find podcasts on a smartphone or computer.
Open up that app, search for a topic you like, if it's sports or rock climbing or music or whatever it is, and just start exploring. There's 1.2 million podcasts for you, just waiting for you to find them. I promise there's something out there you'll want to listen to.
There's so many wonderful stories and deep, meaningful connections to be made in this medium. How can you not love podcasting? I mean, how can you not love it? If you don't love it, I challenge you, you haven't found the right one.
It's a surprise every time. We have such a great conversation that they get a different perspective of me, I get a different perspective of them. Intertwine, I'm talking about 20
So give a listen, or maybe pick up the microphone. You might leave inspired, educated, or entertained. For Carolina Impact, I'm Sheila Saints reporting.
We hope you enjoyed the story. If you don't want to miss any more great stories about the Charlotte region, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.